Good morning, students. So today we will discuss about chapter number 1 of class 9th. Its name is number systems. There are various kinds of numbers which we have to remember here first, and it is only in continuity to your lower classes. Very first kind of numbers, they are called natural numbers. Very easy to remember. Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. They are called natural numbers. Another type of category is whole numbers. Very simple again to remember. There is only one extra number which we have to remember, that is 0. Then all the natural numbers. When you include 0 in natural numbers, then there will be another category of number that is called whole numbers. So they are whole numbers. Another third category. Here we have to write integers. Integers are the next type. So you have to remember they are moving in this direction. So next one is integers. Integers are 0 onwards, all the numbers. So to which you can say they are whole numbers, as well as integers contain natural numbers. But in addition to this, you have to remember you have to move in negative direction also. -1, -2, -3, and so on. So these all form another category that is called integers. So they all are integers. So here we saw one more thing. Natural numbers lie in whole numbers, and integers contain all the natural numbers and whole numbers also. Means they lie in integers. Now there is another category which is different from these, that is called rational numbers. What are rational numbers? So any number of the type P upon Q. But you have to remember what are P and Q? They are integers. P and Q are integers. So any number of this form. But remember, along with this, another thing, denominator should not be 0, because remember it, you can't divide any number with 0. In that case, your answer will be undefined or not defined. So remember one thing, okay? So any number of this form in which denominator not equal to 0, and P and Q, you have to remember their category. They are integers. They are integers. So any number of the type P over Q where P and Q are integers and denominator not equal to 0 is called a rational number. Now next one, irrational numbers. What are irrational numbers? Very simple to remember. Number which is not a rational number is called an irrational number. So a number which is not a rational number is called an irrational number. Now, what kind of rationals, what kind of irrational numbers we have? So remember, okay? Then we have the last category of numbers, that is called real numbers. Very simple to remember again. It is a collection of these two types, rationals and irrationals. So real numbers, collection of all the rational and irrational numbers is called real numbers. Very simple to remember. Now you can remember these with the help of diagrams also. And few things you have to remember. Very first thing, remember this. Whole numbers, which we can say as this is W, W means whole numbers. They contain all the natural numbers. And integers, we can mark as I. Integers we can denote by I. They contain all the whole numbers. So if whole numbers contain natural numbers, then obviously they lie in integers also. So they are members of integers. And all integers, or we can say whole numbers and natural numbers, they are part of rationals. Why they are part of rationals? Because to every number we can mark in the form of P over Q. Because you can mark denominator as 1 for all the numbers. 0 is not allowed, because we mentioned here 0 not allowed, but you can mark any number. But to keep the same value, like for example, we have 0. So 0 is a rational number or not, you can think about it. Very easy to remember. 0 is only a number given, so we can treat it as numerator divided by 1. So it is of the same type as required. P over Q. Denominator, this one, 1, which is not equal to 0. So 0 is a rational number. So you can mark other numbers also in the same way. Then there is another category. They are real numbers. Real numbers you can mark in this way. If we treat it as a box, you know, there are two kinds of numbers. They are, you can say, rationals, and the other one you can mark as irrationals. So real numbers made up of two categories, rationals and irrationals. Easy to remember. Students, go through these points. It is only introduction.